In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, my dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad. Today, I want to put forward a very brief, a very small story in front of you. And this very brief and very small story is that there was a shoes shop, a good, well running shoes shop, and then the people who were working there, one of them was quite a skilled salesman, quite an experienced one. Now what happened, this man was, this man, although it was a skilled person, although it was somewhat more experienced than many other salesmen, but still, as far as habits were concerned, he was not a person of good habits at all. His work ethics were not good at all. I mean, he used to pressurize, he used to blackmail, and he used to take advantage of the situation. And as for the employer and the employees are concerned, always there are certain frictions between, usually there are certain frictions between the two of these sides. The employees want to get more, but again, whatever you want to get from your employer, obviously there are certain ways. But what happened here in this case, the salesman left the shop on the day, I mean, prior to a few days prior to the Eid day. And then he presented certain demands of him, that this be done and I should be rewarded like this one, etc., etc., etc. Since his record was not good at all, so keeping in view his record, his employer told him that I don't need you, I am not going to employ you at all, I don't need you, and even if at all you want to work free here, I shall not allow you to work here. So this is what happened with this person, and he was thrown out of the job. Although he get the job momentarily because everyone else was in need of a skilled person like him at their shop, but at least what I know, that this person was, made a very bad reputation of him. His reputation gets spoiled absolutely, my dear friend. As far as skills are concerned, as for the expertise in a certain field is concerned, that is important, and that is important indeed. But my dear friend, apart from this thing, there is another thing which is equally important, or maybe even more important. As for this other thing is concerned, I shall say that these are the morals and these are the ethics, and these are the principles of a person. It is really good, again I shall repeatedly say that it is really good, if at all a person is skilled enough in one's own work, in one's own field. It is really interesting. That is something very valuable and very worthwhile. But I think apart from that, is it now, the question is that is it enough to be skilled enough? It is not enough. We need to be a man of principle as well. We need to know, and we need to act upon, we need to employ the work ethics as well. That is equally important. That is not any way, a person, no matter how skilled this person is, if at all this person is not having the work ethics, if this person is not a man of principle, if at all this person is seen doing the unethical thing and trying to manipulate and exploit the situation, so instead of being a sympathetic with the other person, I think no one else is invincible in the world. No one else is invincible in the world at all. My dear friends, we need to understand this thing. Because if at all somebody thinks that this person or this work or this business cannot survive without me, I think this is mere foolishness and nothing else. because no one else on earth is invincible at all, because there are alternatives available to everything. But if at all you are trying to tell this to your employer, to your friend, or anyone else, that you cannot live without me, you cannot work without me, you cannot survive in the market without me. I think it is nothing is more foolishness than this thing. Nothing is more foolishness than this thing. Obviously, it is good and it is important that you are taking care of your own rights, that you are earning, you are trying to get whatever you deserve. But that too should be done in a proper way, and that too should be done in a way that you are not considered as an opportunist, that you are not considered as a person who is who is too selfish. As far as selfishness is concerned, each one of us is each one of us is a selfish person, and we ourselves have to take care of our own interests, and no one else will be doing that. But my dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, I think that it is equally important, or maybe it is even more important, that we are a good and a responsible human being. Because if at all we are not a responsible human being, what is going to happen then? I think that we will lose our respect in the mind and the heart of the people with whom we are working, either as an employee or as an employer or anyone else, etc. I think that that is not right at all, and that is not fair at all. So we need to know, apart from learning the skills, because the skills are very important, and this is a very very competitive word, because the skills are really 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 important, because the expertise is really really important. And the other but at the same time, it is also important that we people are it is also important that we people are a responsible and a good human being. It is also important that we people are we people are knowing, and we people are practicing the work ethics. Practicing of the work ethics is also important, and maybe at least one third of the importance will go to it, if not more. So I think that if at all we want to be respected by the people in the market, then all what is needed is that, apart from learning the skills, we must learn as well. What we need to learn apart from that is that we need to learn the work ethics. Thank you.